Now, ahead of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to New York, our principal diplomatic correspondent Sandhu met with India's envoy to US Taranjit Singh Sandhu to discuss how the UNGA could shape US and India's relations. Listen in.
WION USA Direct from Washington, D.C. with Sibal.
How do you see this visit helping further the relationship between Washington and New Delhi?
See, the relationship ever since President Biden has taken over, if you look at the first 100 days, you will see that the intensity of interactions. There were 3 direct telephone calls between President Biden and Prime Minister Modi. That was followed by 2 top-level summits which were held. On both of them, Prime Minister Modi was the prominent speaker. Then after that, we have had high-level exchanges of visits. We have had the US Defense Secretary, Secretary Kerry has visited India. Then, of course, we had External Affairs Minister Jaishankar. He was here. Those were substantial visits. Subsequently, even Foreign Secretary has come. So, this is part and parcel of that, a continuation. But you must keep in mind that because of the COVID situation, the visit would have otherwise perhaps happened even sooner. And the very fact that the President is hosting the Prime Minister in person, despite all the difficulties, not only all around the world, but also COVID. I think that is a very important signal that United States hold India in important this thing, and including for our Prime Minister.
How do you see the relationship going forward? It has evolved over last 2 decades from previous administration, from Obama administration to the Trump administration, now the Biden administration. And how do you see it going forward, looking at the momentum currently we are seeing between the 2 countries?
I can certainly tell you that why Obama administration, go back to Clinton administration and followed by during President George W.'s time. The relationship has steadily evolved, and then we come down to President Trump's visit to India, and now during President Biden's time, as I have mentioned to you, in the first 100 days and subsequently in the first 3 months, we have had a flurry of activities. The bilateral relationship is destined to move ahead. There are very clear 5 areas in which this relationship will develop. One is, of course, the strategic and the defense side. The second is in the healthcare. And in healthcare, you have affordable medicines, affordable vaccines. These are important priorities for both our countries, including the United States. And then, of course, we have the third basket, which I'll say is IT, digital, going into innovations as well as startup. Again, that is an area in which both United States and India have a great potential to move ahead. And then, of course, there is what is energy basket, in which you have not only LNG, but also the largest renewable program in the world, in which solar is an important component, and all this flow into what is climate change. And you know, climate change is an important priority both for Prime Minister Modi as well as President Biden. And last and not the least, I will say, is in the education and knowledge area. You know that large number of Indian students study here. We have almost 200,000 Indian students. 2/3 of them are in STEM areas. Even in this current education year, a large number of Indian students have come. There is a great desire amongst the US universities to get more of them. Beyond that, there's also, we have the new education policy in which internationalization of education is an important component. And United States is going to be an important partner in that.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.